Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Indigo here. If you hear coughing, just disregard it. um, we're just gonna get into the reading. I feel like I have a type of channeled message, but it's so clouded by personal experiences that I don't know if I've formulated the proper way to describe what it is that I'm speaking on. But I went out yesterday and I noticed how sporadic the energies were. And people were just like driving really impulsively. Like everybody just was rushing in a rush to get somewhere. And I'm just like, so then I thought about it figuratively, I guess you could say, in a sense of there are a lot of people who are trying to rush to get to the top. Okay, there are a lot of people who feel as though they don't have enough time to make what they want come true. There's a quarter up here, and I did not put a quarter up here. It's been a while since I've used cash, to be honest. So I have changed, I don't know, okay? So, and then the quarter falls. There are a lot of people who don't want to put in the work to obtain what they are looking for. So there are a lot of people who are taking shortcuts, right? There are a lot of people who are partaking in the dark arts to obtain some type of success. There are a lot of people who are signing contracts that they don't really want to sign and maybe feel like they could play the system so that the contract, doesn't affect them in a way. And there are good contracts too. Like not every contract is bad, right? But this is the energy of people in the music industry. Okay. So there's also a lot of people who are looking for meal tickets. There are a lot of people who are looking for someone to, build the pyramid scheme off of kind of idea. Right? So be very observant of the energies and occurrences and things that happen around you at this time. I would say be very vigilant. Very, very vigilant. There's a number of weird things that have happened to me within one day. And it's almost like people are like, it's like a glitch. It's like a glitch. Like, either people are talking too much or they're not talking enough and their brains are just talking. right? It's almost as if like if you're a tarot reader and intuitive, you know, psychic, it's almost as if these people want to test your ability. Or maybe it's that they feel as though it's a joke to do things in the 5D to you and then come into 3D and play in your face like they weren't just spiritually fucking with you. Right? Which is cool too. Um Protect your energy at this time. Like for me today, it's not that don't want to collaborate. And there are, you know, on my other YouTube channel, I do mukbangs and other things. And those are very, like, collaborative things. But how I feel right now is that, like, I can't just intertwine my energy with anyone. Nor do I want to my business that I have been working on, I've been building for the past almost 3 years now. No, yeah, 3 years. The anniversary already passed, April 22nd. And I care for this like my baby, you know. In your experience, what should I be expecting? And I have my own plans. Like, I've actually studied the business aspect of what I've done. And of course, creatively invested. Is there anything I can do to make it more? And there are still areas in which I have to grow, but I am capable of producing those results. So I do lean a lot onto myself when it comes to how everything is gonna get done. How I'm gonna go about it. I don't want people just handling my shit. You know, it's spiritual. It's a spiritual business. So I don't want, you know, you gotta protect the energy. If I'm producing healing items, like, I have to protect the energy. I can't just allow people physical access to my stuff to project whatever it is that they feel onto my shit, like fucking up the energies and shit. So I realized that am I worried that you are having a meeting without me? No, because we are three amigos. I realized that it would be better once in a while, one of the amigos will go off for me to work with myself in all areas. You feel me? And like, I found this maraca when I went to the woods. Right? Found it, right? And I sat with it. I cleansed it. But I also sat with the energies of it. Like, what is this being used for, you know? I linked it back to Santeria. And damn, I can't even think of the word. Lauretians. And like, maybe I am meant to do something with it, but that one specifically has some energies on it, baby. Like, people really be out here sacrificing shit. The shit wild to me. But yeah, people, let's just get into the reading. I'm just a little, like, my energy's, like, just so like I'm accepting of all that is, because all that is what it should be, right? I'm just ready. So yeah, climate transits came out in reverse. 55 is the number. Thank you, Spirit. Digest. Expand. I think I'm gonna pull one more. I don't think any more, Phil. Let's see. Confrontation. Yeah, I'm gonna intuitively read these because I was about to go for the book. And Spirit was like, nah, just feel it. Okay, so no more Oracle. So, climate came out in reverse, digest, Virgo. I feel like this is, like, it's almost hard for you to okay, guys, I had to recalibrate my energy because I realized, you know, when you talk about certain things, you speak on certain things, it brings in an energy, and you really have to be consciously aware of that so that you catch that energy as soon as it's present and you can easily transmute it. So I just had to do that. Sorry for starting off very monotone and just really not feeling it, but the energy was really just like, come on, man. But everybody has to go about their journey the way that their journey is set up for them, and like you can't really have expectations when it comes to people and their healing journey. You also have to understand, just like the movie The Matrix, you know, anybody could change into an agent at any time. And you being a light worker and carrying so much light, you really do trigger people's inner insecurities because the type of power that you carry. Like the people that I am speaking to are of royal descent. You have a type of consciousness that most people can't comprehend, and you know, you're stepping into your glow right now. You're actually building that platform. You're giving those tarot readers. You're speaking on what it is that Spirit is telling you to speak on, and people are triggered. Like they're just triggered by it, and the point really is, after learning how to take care of yourself and your energy, you've learned how to not harbor other people's emotions and feelings. So I think the message is to use the tools that you've acquired to get you through certain situations or environments. Like you don't have to adapt anymore, because like also, like, probably used to play small and, you know, not avoiding but just not speaking on stuff that just isn't worth being discussed, which isn't like a bad thing, but I think now people are just triggered that you're actually speaking on shit, and it's causing a lot of people to have to reflect. And I don't think it's something about you being the example. I think people just didn't expect for you to be the example, because they all perceived you to be a certain type of way or a certain type of person when none of them really knew you. They had experiences with you, but none of these people really knew your heart. Okay? And when you got heart, when you got heart is everything. When you got heart. Uh, so allow that to be that. And just stand on that shit. Yes. I'm coming to your wedding. Okay. Ryan Howard, yes. Kelly Kapoor, yes. Okay, so let's get into the reading. My daughter may make a guest appearance. So we got climate in reverse and Virgo digest. So something about your surroundings just isn't sitting well with you. I feel like it's making it a confrontational just environment that doesn't allow you to expand. And maybe the challenge is to evolve you past the point of having to be comfortable in order to implement change. Because of course this is still, you're still, living. Like, yes, we've been through a lot, and like, yes, we're getting time to take breaks, and yes to this, and yes to that, and yes to, all those great things. But you still have to go through life, and there's always going to be tests, there's always going to be situations, there's always going to be so Spirit really wants you to just operate out of and around that energy, but also don't leave yourself in a situation that you just know you shouldn't be a part of. No. You almost fell. Say hi. Say hi. Oh, she's gone. Okay. That was not long at all. Maybe just certain things that you've learned, certain places that you've been, it just doesn't sit right with you, right? And you're just at that point to where you're just like, if you're trying to eat healthy, like you're trying to remove out all the things that don't serve you and actually contribute to your demise. And this is really your way of attaching back to yourself and expanding the relationship that you have with yourself as a whole, because maybe it was one-sided, like you cared more about your appearance but you didn't care about your health, or you cared more about your health but didn't care about your appearance, or didn't care about either, didn't care about career, didn't care about this, didn't care about that. But now, with everything that you've learned, even though it's created discomfort, because this climate is in the reverse, it's like you still learned from the discomfort. And even though it was hard to digest, you still did. Virgo is very analytical. I feel like Virgo maybe won't always tell you that they've applied something that you've said to their life, but they understand when something is good advice. Staying consciously aware. Right? Also, for the people out there who are having dietary restrictions or whatever, just change your diet. I also struggle with sweet stuff and salty stuff. Well, not really salty stuff, but more sweet stuff lately. And I spent like a week of eating straight sweets, and like I regretted it so bad. I felt so horrible. So now I'm getting my natural sugars. I do banana strawberry smoothie with creamy almond butter, and it's so good. Okay, it's so good, and it's still sugar. It's just a different type of sugar. But like, just make the changes. Because also, whatever, if you have like issues with your digestive system, I'm hearing just like more water, more teas as well. Like, you want to just detox your body, especially if you do consume stuff that isn't the healthiest. Like, you want to make sure you burn that out of your system. Because sometimes it's not about doing it, it's about how you do it. I've just put myself in a straight restriction and been like, nah, I can't do this anymore. Anyways, so there's confrontation here. I feel like the confrontation is tension. So there could have been a situation. Tension came out in reverse. Starting at $369 per square foot, installed with pad. The Pet Perfect collection has so many great styles and colors. It's like when the confrontation turns into a confrontation that turns into a confrontation that turns into what can I say? A confrontation that turns the tension dry. It's interesting. And then we got the past card. When the freak did this get up here? Guys, these cards are not what I was just seeing. So some of you could have issues with relationships, people from your past. I tried to keep Michael in the dark. I should have known he could do just as much. Maybe you guys actually have had physical confrontations with these people. But the Achieve Capricorn card came out in reverse. So, of course, as above, so below. I feel like there's a group of people who had a confrontation with a person, and the confrontation actually changed the relationship. This could be somebody from your past, but the confrontation promoted healing. And maybe like this person also is spiritual, and like maybe you guys used to be like, you used to share spiritual practices or whatever together, and like this person just kind of fell off the path and like got into like darker stuff, or whatever the case may have you. Just wanted to talk to you about Tim Halper. I understand that he did not receive that from us, and I wanted to see what I could do to nudge you in the right direction. So you're changing your mind about Jim? Absolutely not. Like I said before, Jim is fantastic and he deserves it. I feel like there is a lack of trust. Jim is the best man for this. Oh. So I'm just gonna I figure I'd just let her sit with me because it's hot today and she was not feeling it. Like, first of all, she never likes to wear clothes in the house. She knows how to take off her pants now. She's almost good at taking off her shirt. She can't quite get it, but I'm like, you gotta put a little shirt on if you're gonna sit on my lap. But she's also very active today. It's hot, y'all, but it feels good. I feel good. But she's little, so I'm pretty sure it feels different for her. Did you drop it? Do you want me to get it? Are you getting down now? Okay. Mommy, you got dressed? Here you go. Okay. Well, Mommy's gonna keep it because you seem preoccupied with something else. Oh yeah, you still got cereal. You gonna eat it? She said, I'm gonna eat it. Nuggie. Nuggie, nuggie, nuggie. Nuggie. You almost said it. Nuggie. Nuggie, nuggie, nuggie. You're a funny baby. Okay, so this is oof. Alright guys, so cultivate, achieve, and reverse. I don't remember where I left off because I just did so many things, but I know we were talking about there are a group of people who had confrontation that healed something, and then there's a group of people who had a confrontation that led to the end of the tension, but also the end of the relationship. People just realizing like they shouldn't, you know, be together or be messing around with each other. Because the cultivate card was also in reverse. So I feel like there's a lot of people who are just having a really hard time finding themselves, nurture. I feel like there's a need for people to really start to nurture themselves and actually take care of themselves, like in all ways, more than just getting money. Like a lot of people think, oh, I'm gonna chase a bag, oh, I'm gonna chase a bag, oh, I'm gonna chase a bag. Like a lot of people will judge you for not being where they feel you should be within your own shit. And it's like, you can't really do that, you know, because you have to know when it's time for you to take a break and take care of yourself. But really take care of yourself, spiritually, mentally, physically. So for the people who have made changes and adjustments, I do see a lot of benefit from those changes and adjustments, especially if you've changed your eating habits. Then we got the past, South Node. So yeah, there's a need to examine your relationships from the past and how they contribute to you formulating who you are now as a person. Because there's definitely like tension and confrontation. Yeah, it's right on top of this. Hella with that stuff. I feel like a lot of you are still holding on to certain things, and it's the reason why you still have these extreme narcissistic tendencies. The idea of not liking someone yet constantly talking about them is really extremely unhealthy. So That's definitely a sign of being unhealed as well, which is why the South Node past is popping up. And then we got the Leo Shine card that came out in reverse. So maybe in the past you never felt like you stood out, you never felt like you got the recognition you wanted or deserved. I'm hearing like power hungry. You could be power hungry now. Like you could be really just trying to seek power or to be in control of something because you've never had the opportunity to for that to be your existence before. Act. Aries card. Right, so maybe you found what actions will it also take for you to get to where it is that you were trying to go. Clarify in reverse. I'm hearing some people's actions from the past need to be clarified. You have a lot of questions of why people did certain things. And I feel like it's driving you crazy that you're not getting these answers. But then you also have to understand that people don't owe you an explanation. I feel like that's hard for you to accept. Maybe because when it comes to your parent life, you felt like nobody gave you an explanation for things back then, but always looked for you to have to be the bigger person and understand something. And then we got immerse and arrival, Cancer, water sign card, so moon energy. Yeah, I feel like there's a need for you to. I feel like you should, you should look at what your moon sign is, and you should look into your moon sign, especially if you're a person who feels that logic helps you make your sense make feelings. Because if you understand astrology a little bit more, it'll be easier for you to accept and understand your feelings and maybe even process them and talk about them in a logical sense, because the astrology speaks to certain aspects of our personality, which is what the birth chart is for. So look into what your moon sign is and really connect with that, and then also sit with yourself and examine the things from your past that triggered you to have certain type of emotions, or maybe develop certain viewpoints or ways of looking at certain things. Okay. Yeah, investigate. See, there's a need to look into the things that you have not been looking into. Because it's like you logically feel like, oh, I understand this, whatever, but you feel pained. Like I'm getting an image of a scary little boy. Like just a scary little boy. I just see a scary little boy sitting at the bottom of somebody's sacral chakra, like crying. So there could be like some type of sexual trauma attached to this or something. I'm sorry if you went through anything like that, because I know it's not easy, especially if you're a male dealing with it. Discomfort came out debilitated. You could be too uncomfortable to even like want to look into what this is, or or have it explained to you. Maybe you'll have to like have conversations with certain people that you don't necessarily want to have these conversations with. Maybe you have a problem with confronting people in a very honest manner. Okay. Communication wanted to come out. So yeah, communication through discomfort through communication. That's essentially what I was just speaking on. So we got perception, moon turned over. And then we got message. It came out in reverse. And cross pollinate. So somebody wants to get, so maybe somebody is trying to get a message across to you, but they just can't like cultivate the right sentence to express their perception of something. Maybe this person is like in the stage of adding things that they've learned to their life. Or I heard you could also have not gotten a message from somebody that wants to work with you. Symbiosis. So something is going to... So I feel like the nurturing aspect of this reading, the message in this reading is that you need to focus on your self-care, your mental health a little bit more so than you believe you are. Especially if you're aware of your shadow side. Also, if you just are going to stay stuck in your south node, I mean, by all means, just stop lying to people about who you are. Stop trying to like coerce people to view things the way that you do, or try to make them a part of whatever it is that you want them to be a part of. That's wild. So all these cards fell. My eye really itches. I think I have like makeup residue in my eyeball. Abundance. This was the card that flipped over. Okay. It was in reverse, so I will read it as such. I feel like there's a lack of abundance in your life. This could be community. There's also like heavy energy in this room right now. Like I definitely feel somebody like standing right here, like watching over me. Sensitized, strength, motion. So I think you should realize that there is strength in showing and displaying emotion. Vulnerability is a strength, not a weakness. The easier it is for you to display how you feel, the easier it will be for you to initiate this process of healing. Community, abundance. So there could be a community worried about some type of abundance, some type of inheritance. I'm hearing some type of something. I don't know. If it pertains to you, then I would say don't worry about it. Everything's gonna work out just fine. Just maintain positive energy. Okay. Hey, baby. Oh, you like the kitty? Can we not take my cards? Thank you. I don't know. Something about some abundance. You need to create your own abundance. Like, you can't keep trying to be a part of everybody else's. You can't keep trying to only take opportunities because you see how it's going to benefit you. It's going to show up in your work. It's going to show up in your performance. You have to be able to be teachable. You have to have knowledge. You have to understand that no, you're not going to know it all, and it's okay not to know it all, and you're going to need to know how to admit to not knowing it all, in order for yourself to evolve and actually reach a certain level of abundance. Like, no one person knows it all. Okay? And also, we don't all live in the same realities. Like, you don't live in my body and I don't live in your body. Therefore, you can't tell somebody, you know, how to interpret your own experience. Spirituality is an individual's person experience. Okay? There's some people that have experiences that relate because they have similar abilities or whatever. So there are a group of people who resonate with each other, and there are a group of people who do not. Get in where you fit in. Stop trying to make yourself resonate and fit in with a group or an environment that you don't really believe in. A lot of people out here scared because they're realizing that this tarot shit is no joke. The spiritual journey shit is no joke. If you're pretending to be on a spiritual journey, just know that the universe is gonna smack you with every fucking lesson that you've pretended that you've learned, just to show you how much you absolutely do not know. And that'll definitely humble the fuck out of your ass. Okay, I don't know where or why I just started channeling like that. I guess it's because this is a lower vibrational reading. And right, because everything is always love and light, right? But gosh, that whole fake it till you make it shit, no, it's not real. Like, they lied. They lied when they told you that. Like, they lied. You have to do it and fall and fail and continue to pick yourself up and do it until you get to where it is that you want to go. Ain't no free meal ticket rides out here, buddy. And don't sit in a person's face who does shit like this and try to lie. First of all, don't sit in anybody's face and try to lie. Like, if you're gonna feel some shit, if you're gonna want to be funny and make slick remarks and comments and shit, say that shit with your chest in. Alright? Be careful about the company you keep at this time. I've been seeing a lot of people make just sporadic choices. I've been seeing a lot of people jump out of their body or something jump into their body. I've been seeing a lot of, it's just sketchy energy going on right now. Alright guys, but thanks for watching this video. Make sure you like it if you enjoyed this content. Comment, share, subscribe, and until next time, I'll see you later. Peace.